Duane, Maryland, Dave Elhoff here. I just want to go over real quick what I'm suggesting you do. You'll see here that if you put in 19,962 every year with 6% return on your 401ks and IRAs, you'd end up with 1,561,000. That's 6% year in and year out. If you do what I suggest you do is we take a government controlled entity under government guidelines and pull out a 72T substantially equal withdrawal every year and put it in life insurance, you end up with 252,000 in tax-free life insurance cash values and 1,206,000 in your IRA and 401ks. So it's 1,561,000 versus 1,459,000. However, what happens if we don't get a every year 6% in and 6% out? What happens then? Well, it looks like this. I just put in 3 years instead of getting 6%, we got 4%. You end up with 1,239,000. That's with just 3 down years out of 15. So the problem that I see here is that this is very hard to predict. However, if we were to take a look at your present scenario with the insurance is predictable. And that predictability does a lot for us of knowing that if we do have market fluctuations, this money is available to supplement your retirement. Now, I want to give you an analogy, Duane, and that analogy is this, is that you recall when you told the story about going into Hollins and tweaking and being studied by the representative there and making suggestions to you to change a few things. And when you did that, you said initially it was not very comfortable. And that's very similar to what this insurance is going to look like to you. The other thing is about bicycling. You know that you probably have gone out to Torrey Pines and done the grade out there many times with your bike, up and down, up and down. You realize that that work doesn't pay off until down the road sometime. You can go out and do those hill repeats on Sunday and come out the next Saturday, and it may even have hurt you rather than helped you initially. However, over time, you know that hard work is going to be well spent. Now, I also want to equate this to a hill climb. So, as you hit the hill, you know that you start to attack because you're feeling good, you're warmed up, and you're going to take this hill down. And about a third of the way through, your mind and your body is telling you differently. It's working against you. And that crest cannot come soon enough. I've been there and done that, and I know that is a grueling period of time. The sweat is just coming off of your head and shoulders, and it's miserable. About 2/3 through the way, though, okay, this is coming. It is coming, and I know I'm going to be able to make it. You become a lot more optimistic that this is going to be great. But what happens is when you get to the crest, now you got exhilaration because you know now going down that hill, it's freewheeling. You're going to be able to lean back a little bit, take a drink of water, get some supplements, and refresh and restore down the way. This is very similar to the life insurance policy that I'm suggesting to you, Duane. I've got a contract here that is approved, and if you take a look at it, you'll see the first third here, we get some good achievement there, not as good as we do later on. You take a look, you'll notice that after 5 years, we have guaranteed increases taking place here. This is contractual. It is not due to market. It is not due to interest rates. It's contractual. In fact, after 10 years in here, this thing really starts to take off. And you'll see that for every dollar you put in there, it's freewheeling because you're making more than what you're putting into the contract. This cash value is all available to you. It's available to you to use at your will for emergencies and opportunities. Just like we said, there's a smart way to purchasing and there's not a smart way to purchasing. So I'm encouraging you to take advantage of this situation. I'm available Monday through Friday next week, even though Thursday is Thanksgiving Day. I am available to spend the 15-20 minutes to review this again, because put yourself down the road 5, 10, 15 years and understanding that you've got something in your portfolio that has some contractual guarantees. So that's what I have for you today. And remember, I asked you for some information regarding the disability so I can do a apples to apples comparison for you. There are some issues with the contract that the group insurance has given you in that definition of disability. And that is after 2 years, if they determine that you can go back to work and not be an executive, but earn a living somewhere else other than as an executive, they can terminate those benefits. And the contracts that I deal with, they treat your own honor, your own occupation for the life of the contract. That's important. There's some other critical issues, but I want to be able to do the comparison apples to apples. So I ask you to consider this, pray about it, and let's have a conversation and see if we can't find that this is, I believe, in your best interest, giving you predictability and giving you solid strategy in the future. Thanks.